Support LaneSide. Get something cool. Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of LaneSide Reviews. As always, I am the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter, and somewhere in the ethos is old guy Wayne. But, I don't know. But we're about to go to the lanes with multiple styles to check out some brand new equipment and see how it stacks up. Alright guys, welcome back. As always, we're joined by old guy Wayne Porter, our speed dominant player.
He's bowling on the easy house shot.
And today we're looking at EBONITE's The One, Encore.
I was going to say they can only be one, but they keep putting out them, so I guess...
If it's one, but there's like 5 of them, are they all the one? Do they, by our powers combined, I am Captain Planet! No. So we're looking at the One Remix. This is a kind of new release-ish. I mean, the core we've seen before.
The core we've seen before. We've seen it with Dynamic Core.
Yep.
But now this one is slightly better.
Oh, why? Why?
It's got HK22.
Yes.
So it's the HK22 base on GB 14.4 hybrid cover stock.
Yes.
So
in the remix, look at that thing hook. In the remix that we saw, I guess about a year ago, it was the solid.
Yeah.
It was the same centric, symmetrical mass bias core.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
How can it be symmetric and have a mass bias? Now, like, is the mass bias like 2?
No, the mass bias in this is 0.27. That's like one of the biggest mass biases.
So they're screwing with us then.
They might be.
Yeah.
They might be.
All I know is it makes it hook.
Yeah. Once again, this is one of those big, fat cores that takes up a lot of room in the center of this ball. And they've hyped it up with, of course, the HK22 to bring us a bit of a monster.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Now that's
still too high.
It was, yeah. You look at that, how far he's had to move already.
Yeah.
Like Brooklyn, and then 610, and then a 10-pin, and he's already moved 9 boards.
Yeah.
We got to move him another board so we can try
to get out that 10-pin.
Because some of you don't realize this. If you watch where the 6-pin went, you can tell what your ball's doing, and you can make that adjustment.
Yeah, whether it's high or light, depending where it's entering the pocket.
That's correct.
I have to look at the picture of them, though, to tell you what it is. I can't. I don't remember which one is.
So Wayne here, we made a 1-board move. That's it. 1 board, just to change that carry through the pocket.
Oh, he knew it. Oh,
yep.
Wow. And that Dynamic Core carry just...
That's right.
Right.
So this ball, this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
500, 1,500, 4,000.
That's a big jump.
That's a big skip sand.
Normally you get like a 2,000 or a 3,000 in there just to kind of blend the peaks out a little bit. But
so that has some, I mean, you think about it, it's double skip sanded, 500 to 1,500 to 4,000.
Yeah. So
it's got some deep valleys and some interesting peaks, and you can see it dig in.
Again, just...
He's within a board.
Yeah.
And for you speed dominant bowlers out there, as we always say, this probably isn't your first ball out of your bag. Being a hybrid, it's one that you can put surface on, as Nick said, and get more hook out of it. Or you could put some polish on it and get a little bit more snap. Yeah.
Or you could just blend the crap out of it. Yeah. That would be interesting to try. Just 500, 15, 2,000, then 4,000. And see, take the peaks down just a little bit, smooth it out.
Lord. You and your... Do you really need that ball to hook more? Here he is with the bonus. I mean, you can see how high and tight he is.
Wayne doesn't need it to hook anymore. Let's put it that way.
Okay, all right.
I mean, there's some of us out there that might enjoy a little bit more hook. We'll get to that.
A little more hook? Yeah. Okay. So watch this. So you'd think that didn't really go up that far, but he's 10 boards. 10 boards.
That was all oil.
All oil.
The only friction he saw was about 40 feet.
Yep.
And it just went, I'm going to hook now.
Yeah, I'm just going to, it's the tip shot. It just tips into the pocket.
Yeah.
Because that's how strong this ball is. The farther you get it out, the more friction this ball sees because of that big mass bias. It has a very fast, very fast transition.
Yeah.
And it's going to kick
Yeah.
left.
Now this
here's
is interesting, too, to watch this.
So we've got the remix, which is the solid,
Yeah.
versus the hybrid.
You can see the different shape.
Close, within a couple of boards, different distances,
Yes.
different reaction in the back. One is angular, one smooth.
Yeah. And that's a big thing, too, and that's partially due to the HK, right?
That is correct.
I mean, that's really all we're adding to it. Like,
The HK22 is a little cleaner.
yeah.
It's a little bit more responsive down lane.
Yeah.
So you can see it when it gets down lane, it just snaps
Yeah.
and rolls in.
And that's a benefit of doing these with hybrids.
Yes.
Because, like we talked about, like this is a couple seconds ago, about the playability, the adjustability of a hybrid can take it a lot better than a solid. Or, like, you can polish a solid up, but it's still a solid. And you can dull down a pearl, but it's still a pearl.
That's right.
Like, the hybrid is the best of both worlds.
It's-
when you get it down, it kind of acts similar to a solid, but a little bit more on the pearl, so.
Yep. And that's every bowler. If you're looking at building an arsenal,
Yeah.
I mean, I just did this with you guys.
Yeah.
We're refreshing our own personal arsenals, and first thing I did is I put a big solid in, slow response. Then I went and put in some late hooking stuff. Now we're in the hybrids.
Yeah. I feel sometimes it's like when they release the balls, if you guys follow us, we always talk about in the summertime they're later hooks,
Yep.
they're lighter oil balls and stuff like that. And then as the winter gets closer, like we're starting to see the hybrids come in, and then after Christmas it'll be the big heavy solids.
That's
again,
right, because the oil's
So,
with it being colder, the oil's going to sit, and
Yeah.
it's going to.
And that's where we're in now, and that's where both me and Dad had taken those out of our bags,
Yep.
and now we have to start putting them back in. Right?
And here we are, lane level with the one versus the Encore, and you can see, like, the shapes are very close. It's just distance.
Distance, yeah. You can see where it tracks on the solid.
Yep.
Right?
So for our speed dominant player,
Yeah.
a little bit more surface. Say if they took it to 2,000,
Yeah.
the Encore and the Remix might be identical.
Yeah.
But if he were to take, and here you are,
Yeah.
the Remix up to 4,000 or put polish on it, it will never react the way that the Encore will.
Yeah.
It just hooks so much.
I wasn't expecting that after throwing the other one.
Yep.
Right. And seeing, like, I never got to throw the originals, but
Yep.
I bowled with a guy that threw it all the time. Right. He had I think it was the original one.
He had the original
Yeah,
one, and he
yeah.
had the big blue and
Yeah.
all the good stuff. Yeah.
So it surprised me that it was that much, but I should have known watching Wayne bowl.
Yeah.
But
Now we put a ball up layout on this. We went
Yeah.
with a fairly strong angular layout.
Yeah.
And obviously you could see when you got that one of the friction. Here
Yeah.
you are again. We moved you a little bit.
yeah, a little bit tighter too, and then
Yeah.
got the carry. But that's the carry I kind of like. It wasn't high flush or maybe even flush.
Yep.
It was a nice light flush.
Yeah, you've
And
got
it
a
scoots everything out.
you've got a
right?
very large pocket. The larger you can make when we're talking about that is how high you can hit on the head pin and carry, and how light on the head pin you can carry. The more, if you have a very wide pocket, that means that you have more room to miss and not get, splits,
Yeah.
single pin, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
You can see
we've
that.
moved you. Ooh.
And that was tight. That was all oil that time.
So that was 5. Those 2 were 5 boards left. The first one you got round on it.
Yeah.
And you can still see it didn't get out farther. That one you
Yeah.
tried to play it forward.
Yeah.
It would not get out of the oil.
No.
So we're gonna move you again. We're gonna move you another zone,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get
Just
you.
watch this.
Yeah, we're gonna move you a zone. We're gonna try to get you to forward roll 1 because we saw how that one just dug in so
Dug in,
quick.
Yeah.
And that's another one of those things that you can just try to be aware of when you're bowling. You see that?
It kind of rolled out, like it just didn't have enough anymore because I made it hook sooner. Like if you're staying up the back of the ball, that's where it's going to get into its roll phase.
Yep.
Roll phase?
It's good.
Roll phase first.
Yeah, it's gonna
right?
when you're coming up the back, it sees the friction faster.
Yeah.
It starts to lose speed and lose tilt faster.
Yeah.
So it's going to be smoother. That one, because it got so deep in the oil,
Yeah.
it used up all of its energy.
Yeah.
This time, same place, we're going to get around it.
Yeah, which is going to cause the ball to go down a little bit further before it digs in. Right.
It's also going to retain a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
So it's going to have all the best of everything that you didn't have on that last shot.
Yeah. Whee!
Oh, look, imagine that. You struck.
Yeah. So what I was saying before about, we were joking about making the ball hook more because of smoothing it out and everything. On a house shot, that would just make it even more of a hook monster.
Yeah.
But if we're talking sports shot where I need to throw a ball like this, then that would be something that I might be able to get more right on a sports shot and play closer down the lane.
That's right. Yeah.
And take advantage of that snappiness.
That's right, because you've got free hook. On a sports shot, you've got much more free hook, much more dry down lane.
Yeah.
So you can forward roll it and control the front part of the lane.
Yeah.
Here you are with the bonus. Oh, just crushing them.
Yeah.
Every company has a ball like this with similar core numbers, similar cover characteristics. That's why we use this so that you can compare apples to apples in your own company. And look at the difference here. Okay, that is...
Wow.
That is 9 boards.
9 boards. Now, for anybody that wants to know, I'm sure if you message Rob, he will tell you what ball from each company would be comparable to the bonus.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, if you're going... Okay, but what is it? I mean, Rob will tell you. It's, every ball company does have one. If you don't understand the numbers and everything, we'll gladly tell you.
Oh, yeah. We're mostly friendly.
Yeah. Depends,
yeah. Bring food. The more food you bring, the
friendlier we are.
That's right. Rob's a fat dude,
Yeah.
You got to feed this belly. All right. Now, we've seen it. Here, we're going to put it up directly, the one remix versus the one, and you can see how much more reactive as a matched player you could get that ball.
Yeah. It's just the solids. I mean, I love me some solids, but playing up the back of it, it's going to dig in even more.
Absolutely.
Than the one with the HK, right?
And watch here. You can see it starts inside, gets much farther outside, and is actually longer, about 3 feet longer.
Yeah.
So for you
pretty.
as a mixed player, they have more differences in them out of the box.
Yeah.
Still the ability that we saw out of the speed dominant player to kind of bring them closer together.
Yeah.
But for you could really take advantage of polish.
Yeah.
And create some very large angles of entry.
Yeah.
And as we know, angle of entry equals strikes.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's not too often you hear me say that I might shine something up. But this would be definitely one of the ones that I would look at doing. Just like you said, more angle, especially on tougher shots. If I take this ball, and that's what I said. Once again, a hybrid is like having 3 balls in your bag.
100%.
Right? So you take this to
or
a
300%.
tournament, and I can play straighter and put a little polish on and get it down the lane. And
look at that. Look at the difference.
Yeah. Once again, they kind of match up once they get off that friction.
They do.
The starting point is so much more, and like it'd be so cool if we could track it like by inches and see how the inches difference is.
That's what Specto's for.
Yeah.
If you got $20,000, I'll get Specto in here. And there's a difference. You can see the difference between them. The distance is similar.
Yeah.
That they're traveling, just different shapes, different.
You can see the one remix stands up sooner.
Yep.
And kind of settles in. Right?
That's right. Yeah. And we'll do the slow motion so you can really see it here.
Yeah.
You see how it gets outside. Boom.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Remix, Encore. What's your pick?
I like the Encore.
You like the Encore?
I think it's got more versatility.
So you're saying it should come up for a round of applause?
Very.
Yay! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.